What's up, YouTube? Listen, family, this one is strictly for my guys right here. This one is strictly for men. And I'm talking to every single one of you that rock out with your boy, man. I want you to claim it right now. 2024 is our year. Write it down. 2024 is our year. Too often time as men, guys, across the board, man, we're underaffirmed, we're overlooked. We are just a castaway most times. I go into the store sometimes, man, I see a little small section for the men department. And across the board, this applies to our investing and our trading journey, because we have to take hold of and take control of our destiny. So men, 2024 is our year. Around here, we claiming that right now. Matter of fact, do me this one favor. Go grab a guy. I don't care if he's your friend, your cousin, your nephew, your uncle. Go grab a guy with potential. I'm not talking about a woe is me type of guy. I'm not talking about a guy that runs in the Victim Olympics. I'm talking about a guy that you know what, man, he got a lot of potential. I like his mind. I like the conversations we have, man. He open to the suggestions I give. That type of guy. Everybody know what kind I'm talking about. We got the Pookies and Ray Rays, and then you got the ones with potential. I'm talking about the ones with potential, not the ones that's gonna be thinking the worst. Man, you can't make no money in the market. You can't make no money. Not that guy, okay? Again, we gonna reel them in eventually, but they take a little more time. Today's message is for the men that's locked, loaded, and ready to go. Today's message is for the men that winning is everything. Today's message is for the men that's about abundance and wanting more out of life. And so today, guys, check it out. With me in 2024, we're going to do our 100K challenge. And our 100K challenge is going to consist of some things that along the way, we are going to have different milestones, different objectives, and different things we hit to make sure we are making incremental progress holistically in our life. Okay. And so some things, guys, that we need to do, we need to first and foremost stop spending money on stuff we don't need. We have some things we need to do as men, okay? We don't need another house. We don't need another car. We need to put all that stuff to the side, because that money could be going to more important things, such as our investments, such as our kids. And speaking of kids, we got to be more present in our kids' lives. If you have children, let me know down in the comments below. And if you want to grow a greater and stronger relationship with your child, with your children, again, that is something we're going to stand on this year. Guys, don't get it twisted. All the stuff we do go together. You can't be a great trader and a great investor and a poor father. Those things will eventually come back to haunt you. If you do win on this end, you'll lose it all on that end. And it's just how it goes. And so one thing I'm going to be a stickler on is being winners in every facet of life. I'm talking about your spiritual life. I'm talking about your financial life. I'm talking about your relationships. I'm talking about your emotional life. I'm talking about your mental health. All aspects of life, when I deal with men, those are the things and those are the areas that I'm working on, that I'm targeting, and that is of importance to me, okay? All the other stuff, you guys will never see me get caught up in the hoopla. There's never going to be a bunch of gimmicks. There's never going to be a bunch of this and that, guys. We're going to keep the main thing to maintain. And that's about making sure you guys are getting better, being better, learning, growing, developing your mind, developing that championship mindset, developing that winning spirit, that winning attitude, the things that ultimately propels you in other facets of your life. Have you guys noticed that around here, it's all about character and integrity? If you learned that the things that I teach, if you have seen, they also apply to life, discipline, patience. This is a life lesson channel. That's an educational channel. I just happen to sprinkle the stocks and teaching you guys how to make money and teaching the charts. But underneath of it all, guys, these are life lessons: patience, discipline, managing your emotions, all things that if you do in real life, if you do in your everyday life, if you do in your relationships, if you do with your kids and your family, and you do those in the stock market, you do those with your trading, guys, I'm telling you, you become one of the best. You become one of the 1%ers that I'm talking about. Okay. And so listen, guys, this year is our year. Write it down and claim it right now so that going into this year, that's the top of mind. Also, guys, we got to quit spending. We got to quit wasting money. We don't need no more J's. We don't need another pair of Jordans, okay? If you have more money in your driveway than you do in the stock market, we got to reverse that, all right? We got to reverse things of that nature. Guys, you have to understand what's important and what's not. And if you like me, okay, grew up in the 90s, there's nothing that's being done under the sun that we didn't already do. There's nothing that's coming out in the stores, fashion wise, clothes wise, that we didn't already have, from Huaraches to Air Force Ones to Jordans to Iverson, anything you name, Wallabies, all of this stuff, guys, we've already been there, done that. Okay. And so in 2024, we don't need no more of that. I want to see that money go into your Roth IRA. Speaking of your Roth IRA, that is something I want maxed out by the end of this year. And again, we're going to max it out for next year. That is around $6,500. Okay. That is the type of things you want to prioritize. You want to earmark that amount every single year. If you like me, guys, when I was at that level, I would do $250 every 2 weeks. If you do $250 on your first paycheck in January, you get 26 checks a year, okay, in a 52-week year, all right? If you get paid bi-weekly, using this example, I used to do $250 every 2 weeks. $250 on my first check in January, my second check in January. Throughout the rest of the 12 months, perfectly lines up for getting that $6,000 into that Roth IRA. And then when you at the end of the year, that final year of the month, that final month of the year, you want to say, where am I at? How much do I have? How close am I to maxing out? And then you add whatever needs to be added, or you take away so that you're not getting penalized. But we will max out our Roth IRA on our 100K challenge. Okay, guys, if you don't have a spiritual life, okay, whether that means going to church, getting up in the morning, doing your devotional, going to Bible study, going to some type of men's group, consider it at least. At the very least, I want you guys to make sure you have a gospel playlist, something that's edifying to the soul, something that's edifying to the spirit. Guys, we can't be listening to foolishness, guys. When we get up in the morning to do our due diligence on the stock market, we need to have life spoken into us. I told you, I don't see anything promoting manhood today. Not on TV, not in the store, not in movies, not nowhere. So if all the images are either to tear us down or to completely make us obsolete, guys, you got to feed that. You got to be intentional about what you listening to, about what you take in, about what you don't allow in. Okay, you can't be walking around, riding around, listening to Pound Town. That ain't what we doing. Okay, you have to be focused on, how am I going to be better this year than I was last year? How I'm going to be a better father, a better son, a better brother, a better husband. How I'm going to be a better boyfriend. How I'm going to be better in those areas. Those are the things that I'm going to be concerned with. Listen, guys, I often tell you guys, and if you don't know, I'm probably by far one of the most accessible, prominent individuals, content creators, influencers, whatever you want to call it, okay? I truly and genuinely talk to you guys every day via one-on-one coaching. I'm not the guy that's got a huge following that don't know my people. I tap in with you guys. I check the posts of the people. I know where your hearts are at. I know your kids. I know your nephews. I know your grandchildren. And so when I speak, guys, I'm not speaking of a place of assumption. I'm speaking of a place and from a place of no. And so again, as men, guys, I want us to level up this year. I want us to step our game up this year. I want us to bring our A game, because we don't know nothing about a B game or a C game. Okay, that's the approach I want to have. I want you guys to be pumped up for this upcoming year, because a new year brings new beginnings. It brings new opportunities. It gives us a fresh start to either rectify or modify some of the things we got wrong last year. It gives us a chance to modify our behavior, but it also gives us a clean slate so that we can start fresh on this journey together and begin to strive for some of the goals, the individual goals we are setting out to achieve. Okay. And so that's my message on today, man. I have a love and a passion for men. My channel is 80% catered to men. I talk to men every single day. I root for men. I want to see men win. And guys, that's what it's all about for me. I'm going to be your biggest advocate, whether the going gets rough or whether things are going well. You won't ever see me waver. I stand 10 toes down, and I encourage you guys to learn to do the same. We not dealing with no fair weather fans. If the market begins to go down, you stay 10 toes down. I'm going to teach you how to make money when the market goes down. All right. It ain't for you to abandon ship, stop watching the videos, go to another channel and do all that stuff. That's not what real men do. You ride it out. The tough times, the ups, the downs. That's how you get better. The more you guys jump around, the more you guys quit, the more you guys jumping, throwing a towel, you just pressing a reset button on life. You pressing a reset button on your progress. And before you know it, you are starting back over at square one again. When you can just consistently make daily progress, trying to get 1% better every day. Okay, guys, none of us are where we're at due to not having no failures. Failing is only how I learn how to succeed. My trading took me 2.5 years to learn to master. Now I'm one of the best, absolute best in the game. Okay, guys, this takes time. It takes dedication. It takes consistency. But again, like I teach you on these videos every day, those same exact words are applicable for life. If you're consistent in your marriage, if you're consistent on your job, guys, it won't be long before they recognize you in the workplace for a promotion or for a new position or for a new opportunity. If you're consistent in your marriage, it won't be long before your wife begins to appreciate you more, begins to respect you more. Guys, it goes across the board. I remember, guys, check this out, and then we're going to get up out of here. All right, on my spiritual walk, okay, I was a very, very nice athlete in my day. Went to Michigan State, all of that stuff. Had a brother in prison doing 25 years. I was just trying to get to the NFL so I can hold it down for him. But check this out, guys. Along that journey, when things didn't go my way, okay, the one thing that I did was take control of things that I can actually control. So, for example, I couldn't control whether I traveled or whether I was a starter or anything like that, no matter how much work I put in on the field, on the practice field, or in the weight room, in the film room. However, I could control how I performed in the classroom. I could control what my grades look like. I can control how quick I wanted to graduate. And that's exactly what I did, guys. I grabbed the bulls by the horn. I graduated top of the class. I went on to get my master's degree. I went on to do all these things very, very young age, guys. And my point is, in all that I did, there was nothing special. I was just consistent. I've been consistent from day one, consistent in starting this YouTube channel and making a video 7 days a week. Been consistent in showing up for you guys, no matter if I'm experiencing death in my life or in my family. I'm consistent. Guys, consistency is the key to being great in the market, being a great investor, being a great trader, being a great husband, being great at anything. It's about consistency, guys. You don't have to be the best. You don't have to have some extraordinary attribute that don't nobody else have. You just need to show up every day and be consistent. And that's what I wanted to put on you guys today, because as men, we are going to focus and put a premium on being consistent. I don't care if that's making $100 a day. We're going to consistently do that. I don't care if that's taking one trade a day. We're going to consistently do that. I don't care what it is, guys. We're going to consistently be our best. That's the message I have for you guys today. Listen, man, again, I got a lot of love for all of you that rock out with me. Please share this with at least 5 people that you know needs to be on the journey with us for the 100K challenge this year from the start. Not joining in March when we done already made money, not joining in June when we 6 months in, from day one. All right, do me that favor, guys, and listen. We make videos like this every day, so if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result, but very few consider the journey. Do me a favor. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys grab some free stock using my link below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.